Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything Browntown Edition. I'm Jody.
I'm Aminata. Your sound might be like The Room, by the way.
The Room. Wow. Well, you take away the welcomes then, Amanda.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Over here in Canada, there's a writer's strike and a post office strike. It's real fun. Kids, teens everywhere because there's no school. Anyway, so I hope everyone else's Friday's going well. The weather is changing. Oh, the fall leaves are falling. And we got a big show today. We got a lot of videos, a lot of salty Birches content. Kody was on Special Forces last night. Again, didn't really pack much of a punch.
How we doing? Am I better now?
Yeah, sounds great. You said fine.
Oh, great. You're doing a great job too.
Thanks. I was vamping. Improv.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, during the intro, just another little sneak peek behind the scenes. I had a delivery that I went and signed for in those 4 seconds of the opening intro.
It's okay. I usually am during that time.
My microphone might not work, but you know what? I'm going to need Janelle's help. Wink, wink, a little hint to later in Browntown when Janelle might be able to help this gal out.
We got about 10 minutes with Janelle on Instagram. Her posting a link that never worked. Brownie Townie says our government is shut down, so stop complaining. I forgot about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Trying to veer my algorithm away from politics and more toward kittens, scaring dogs, news bloopers. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, do you want to get into some housekeeping?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. And guys, I have a hard out at 11:15. So we have 2 hours
Mountain.
and 10 minutes. Mountain time. Mountain D time. Housekeeping.
All right, let's blast through this so we can get to our Browntown. First of all, make sure you are still checking out our weekly Hot Topics. Drops every Tuesday in your main feeds, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you subscribe, give us a 5-star review. Coming up on Girl Dinner, or came up on Girl Dinner this week. Oh my goodness, no, wrong one. Sorry, that's next week's sneak peek. And we may add to that because I am super into Vanderpump. But this week we had Amber versus Dr. Phil. And a true...
he wins.
really Amber at one of her best eras. I am a grown woman.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that VPR one is now moved to even further because next week is our... a Kiki with the Good Doctor with Dr. Adam that we recorded yesterday. And it's part 1 and 2. Part 2 is over on his feed next Wednesday. And we're just chatting. It's a little girl talk. Little girl dinner.
And I'm still thinking about some of the stuff that he mentioned, actually, when he said something like a dull instrument.
I thought about that yesterday.
Object.
Figure out what it was. I was I need to ask Jody what the wording was there. Because
it was a real pearl of wisdom, and I've been thinking about it nonstop. So check that out next week.
Okay. And he says that he's been practicing the Girl Dinner theme for our next collab to sing. Oh, you know what? Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. Also coming up, let's knock this out on Patreon. Season 14, episode 8, doubting polygamy, which did we need any more doubt? And a good old wholesome episode of Better Late Than Never with a bunch of famous rich old guys. It was actually a really sweet episode in Morocco where he is currently being filmed well, not currently, you get the idea. Special Forces is being filmed in Morocco, so we thought it was just the perfect location.
Okay. Oh, you know what? We need to tell everyone about next week, Jody.
What's next week?
Charlie has that appointment, so we were moving.
Oh, yes. So next week for our Tuesday watch along for the episode, my high school son, Charlie, he's got to get a procedure done at the hospital. So not a fun one for him, but that is sometime on Tuesday. I won't know until Monday. So we're just moving our Tuesday noon watch along to Wednesday noon watch along. This isn't going to happen. It's just like a one-off thing. So sorry, we'll remind you. It's just me Wednesday noon, Friday 10 a.m. the same.
Just still have hot topics on Tuesday. You'll still have
Yep. Everything else.
We'll try to remember to remind you there. And really, lastly, I have another podcast. It's called Pod in the City. Currently, we're recapping and just like that, figuring out what went wrong there. And right after this, at noon Mountain Time, we're doing a little recap, a little live stream with me and Jones. You can hop on over there. We've been getting a lot of people that are doing the double dip.
Oh, I love that.
Really fun to see you all over there. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
That's it. Should we get into Brown Town? Is that it?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Brown Town.
Everything's waiting for Pooh.
All right. Now, first things first. Special Forces. Okay. Special Forces. Let's do it. Did you watch it last night or did you watch it this morning?
I watched it this morning at 5 a.m. And, okay, I don't know what's happening there. It seems like they're really focusing on Jussie Smollett. Well, I guess he's spoiler alert, he's gone now.
Yeah.
But are they just not understanding the gold they have with Kody? I don't believe that he is just sitting quietly in the background of all these scenes. Like, I don't believe that he is able to control himself from like jabbering on all day. Are they just don't find him interesting, or they don't think we're going to care?
I'm wondering if the other contestants are just kind of avoiding him because he does seem like someone who would probably be chatting up quite a bit. They don't want to get freaking yelled at by the DSs or staff. So he may just not really have anyone to talk to. And I thought it was really interesting that he asks Brianna Chicken Fry, who I just finally figured out like who she is and what her background story is while I was Googling watching. He asked her like what her name is or what she's known for. And they're on day 3. So he hasn't even spoken to this chick in 3 days.
I think that my theory in my early morning stoned watch of this, by the end of the episode, I'd convinced myself that he like wants to take her as his next wife and he is attracted to her. Like that's genuinely what I think. And so that's why he like can't like stop like negging her, because I'm like, shouldn't he kind of see her because Aurora is like basically her age. They're like 2 years off of each other. So you'd think he'd
that
be very
just blew my mind because Brianna Chicken Fry seems like a grown
the same age
woman.
as Eden, I think.
Like she has a career, multiple relationships. She's out of the country on her own without a man or
living
parents.
Not with her parents, gets a paycheck.
That's wild.
So, but I would think that you would think he'd be very fatherly of her and like Gia, but both Gia and Brianna have been the two that have gone out in public saying, I really had a problem with Kody. Which just shows you how like bad of like he just doesn't have a paternal instinct at all.
Well, that another take on that is that Gia and Brianna or whoever these younger females are perhaps a touch more progressive than the young females Kody lives with and is used to. Oh, yeah. So they may just be like, yeah, we're avoiding that dude. He's discussing his misogynist. Like we know and just avoiding him at all costs.
Okay. I think with Brianna. I really think I don't see why he would be so focused on her.
Yeah, he's trying to find his friends, I bet. Because like he definitely asked Jussie and was like, oh, Jussie Smollett. And then he running through his mind where he knows that name from. There's no way he knows the accurate accurate description of Jussie. But what do you know about this Brianna Chicken Fry? I really truly had no idea. I thought she was like a TikTok
Yeah, I
viral person.
knew her name. She's a Barstool Sports person, right? And I only knew who Barstool Sports was because of Miss Peaches, the dog that Dave Portnoy got.
Oh.
And I knew who Dave Portnoy was before any of this because of that pizza review. I've sent it to you in the group chat about 300 times, and I watch it all the time. It's like this crazy pizza review. All this shit happens. But I knew that she was part of that. And then Heather McDonald was talking about this a lot on her podcast. So like I was at least getting like osmosis learning. But I think she's just a girl that dated a singer named Zach Lewis, who I looked up a picture of, and I was like, what? Oh, Zach Bryan. And I was like, yeah, that tracks. This guy is dating this hot girl and then made her feel like shit.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we're in the dark like I was, and I'm actually surprised that I think Kody maybe didn't know who Zach Bryan was. So she dated Zach Bryan, and because she said, "Oh, I dated a famous." Like I don't know.
He seemed impressed. I thought he went, "Oh, like that," and then she goes, "It was a really like bad situation, really." And I was like, I dare Kody to say something about it being bad when men abuse women. Like, but he didn't. Of course, he didn't say anything.
Right. Oh, interesting. She's hot, had dust up, but then went on his show and was terrific on Theo Von. I have mixed feelings on Theo Von.
I've been listening to Theo Von lately because he's had some good guests on.
Really? Okay.
He did that interview with Louis C.K. that I found was hauntingly fascinating.
Maybe I can't watch him. Because he just comes across so gross and superficially speaking, and I can say this because I am not a super attractive a human myself, but I find him to be uncomfortably ugly to look at.
He's just a real world guy to me. Or Road Rules, is that what he was?
He was on Road Rules, yes.
Okay.
He was probably in the challenge, but he was on Road Rules with Chrstine, who's married to Tom Segura. They were on the Costa Rica season, I think, with like. Were they on it with? No, Piggy was Australia. Anyway, so she was famous from Vine because remember the Vine days? Because she compared her leg to a Burger King chicken fry. And that's how
I
she
didn't
got
know
her
that
nickname.
until this morning when I looked it up either.
Yeah. And then she became just kind of like internet personality. And then she and Zach Bryan, who is a country singer, who is not Luke Bryan. He's like a blondie, ginger, blah man.
He's like a Jonah Hill. Have you seen Jonah Hill lately? He weighs like 5 pounds.
No, can't see it. That's one that's going to make me uncomfortable. It's like looking at John Goodman.
Trainer. He's like Megan Trainer now male. They
can't do it. Like John Goodman, put the weight back on because I can't.
You need to fill that out a bit.
Yeah, and like my brain can't do that. Anyway, so she started dating this guy. They were together, and then like when they had a breakup, apparently he posted a screenshot of like a text from her that was very nice. It was like, "We're, I'll always think about you, like when we fell in love, and blah blah blah. Wish you all the best." And then he posted something on Instagram saying we broke up. And she was like, yeah, I didn't know. But then what happened was he offered her $12 million to keep her mouth shut and sign an NDA about whatever happened in the relationship. And then he posted a text that she had texted someone who it's rumored that she was texting his agent.
How old is this man? This seems like a lot.
I don't know. I'm guessing like late 20s, early 30s. No idea. He's saying like Into the Orange or something. It's actually it's like a really good song about like alcoholism or like substance abuse or something. But so he posted this thing, basically her talking to his agent saying, like, I have 2 options. Number 1, take the 12 million, take the high road, never speak of this again, which is weird that she said, take the high road. I don't know, whatever she meant by that. Maybe easy road, easy route. Or plan B, like, fuck your money. I will never be like paid off to not speak of my experiences. And, just to be paid off. And he was married before for like only a year. And then he had some other relationship. And so now people are like, oh, did he pay them off? How much did he pay them off? But I don't know exactly what happened besides her alluding to or saying like emotional abuse. So I don't know what else has happened.
Hero, probably.
Yeah. And then her Barstool co-hosts, she's on a podcast, like BFF podcast on Barstool. Those two guys consistently kind of make fun of him or make parody songs, shit like that.
That made me like, okay, by the way, I found a picture of Jonah Hill. You're gonna
fucking ew. He looks like hold on. Who's that one that everyone he looks like maybe Ryan Gosling or Jake Gyllenhaal in character.
He is in
like
character.
A weird 70s.
What is he doing? That's fucking ad. He's doing alongside his co-star Kristen Wiig. It's the upcoming movie Cut Off. Who's he playing though?
Oh,
he's playing someone.
Find him. You see, she's so tiny. He eclipses her at the 145 pounds he is. I think that is her. Is that an arm behind him or is it a pole?
Who? Kristen Wiig. I'm first figuring out.
Yeah, he looks like an AI human. That's for sure. Yeah. Yucky.
Who's he playing though? He's playing somebody. This is like a biopic, I think.
Andy Warhol or something. I don't know what that wig is. I don't know.
If somebody can throw it in the comments there, I'm like not seeing it. Okay, anyway, I'm like stressed out now. But yeah, that's
get him off the screen. Ew.
Sorry.
Right. So what if Kody went on Ozempic?
Kody's shirt was off during this episode, and I was actually surprised that that's what his body looks like. It's more hair than I thought would be. Do you see it?
I can see. No, I must have missed that, but I'm kind of glad I did. I'm just trying to picture it.
It was when Jussie came back from talking to the guys that everyone was standing outside, and Kody was like bathing himself like outside with his like hands. He was like, himself a little spongies.
That surprises me. I feel like he's just got like a few blonde, wiry hairs, but we'll maybe talk about that next week after you guys see the episode of Meri's crazy art night. Amanda, I'm sorry to bring you down.
It's better than watching 40 minutes of Tony and McKelty driving.
We'll get some of that too.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
All right. Can anyone figure out what? Can somebody please tell us in the comments who Jonah Hill is playing in this thing? I saw yesterday and I was like bothering me. He's playing like some famous musician. So like a Beatle.
Okay, a Beatle. Yes, he's playing.
There's a Beatles movie coming out. Okay, great. Is that enough of Special Forces?
Well, I do have to say, I think he did a great job. That said, Kody did a good job on the ladder, and I hate to say it, but he did. And when the dude's like, Kody really, I think these moments of genuineness gross me out, like where he has this like little kid look on his face, like, okay, because he reminds me of Areola. Like Areola looks exactly like him to me. Eric Clapton. Is he playing Eric Clapton?
Is that correct, or are you just guessing?
We don't know.
Remember when Eric Clapton wrote the song Tears in Heaven and it made me think of my hamster?
Yes. I went to an Eric Clapton concert in high school because my friend Kelly's dad got him like from work and he couldn't go. We ended up going and we had these like too good of seats for two high schoolers that like knew a couple Eric Clapton songs. Yeah. And I remember we were like, whoa, because there was like two couples behind us and the dudes were kind of older and gross and like just, and they were with younger women. And at one point they were all drinking and the women girls cheers and like, we're going to get laid tonight. Oh. And I remember my friend and I were like, oh God. Yeah. Yeah, that happened at a concert, you guys.
I've never been to a concert. Oh, I went to the Celine Dion concert by myself, right 2 days before COVID hit. Okay, I'm looking at this Cut Off movie, and I guess he's not playing anyone, but listen to
the film is Cut Off. Jerry Garcia, Florida.
No, maybe he's not. I don't know. It doesn't say in the wiki, but here's who else is in this fucking thing. Maybe I just discombobulated in my head with me being so incredulous about who the co-stars are. Kristen Wiig, Bette Midler, Jody, and Nathan Lane.
Okay, he's playing Jerry Garcia, not a guest. Also, IMDb is about two rich siblings who get cut off by their parents. Carrie says he's playing Jerry Garcia, not a guest. Oh, thank you. Jonah Hill looks like Jason Schwartzman. I can see that.
He does look like Jason Schwartzman.
Everyone is saying it's Jerry Garcia.
Isn't Jerry Garcia fat?
Oh, no. It's two different movies. Okay, well, I'm glad we're all in the same. We've
talked enough about Jonah Hill.
Okay, hold on. Wendy's got it. He has two movies coming out. Right. Cut Off and a Scorsese movie about Jerry Garcia.
So Cut Off
this
is the
must
one.
Be Cut Off.
This is Cut Off. But then everyone else in the movie looks like it's zany. So it's probably the 70s.
Well, because the Jerry Garcia movie obviously must be about the Ben and Jerry's ice cream cherry Garcia, which is my favorite flavor because it has whole cherries and large chocolate, like chunk shavings. They're not chunks because I don't want a chunk. It's like a chip. It's a rectangular chip, just the right thickness.
Yeah, those are good.
And obviously, that's what the movie is about.
Those always make my mouth like bleed when I eat that.
That said, I would again, Kody on the ladder. I think he did a great job. It was funny when he said, "Imagine your wives are over here," and he's like, "Ooh," he kind of perked up like
I'm a polygamist, and I used to have 4 wives, and now I have 1 wife.
No, just one.
Proud of me every day.
I also loved that he missed a full-formed, full-fledged human. An American troop walked right past him, left him to die right there.
Do you think the reason Kody's doing so well in these challenges is because he lives in such a state of delusion that he just his brain is able to convince himself that he can do this? I mean, it's remarkable.
Oh, yeah. He's cosplaying, and that's why he's doing it right now.
Oh,
he's cosplaying a soldier. He is G.I. Joe.
I am a soldier.
He's G.I. Co.
He's doing the Meisner technique.
Exactly.
Method.
Do you think he wears underwear there?
Yeah, I think he wears those black
tight blackies
that are a little saggy.
Can you say that?
Saggy blackies.
Saggy blackies, yeah.
Let's shut this.
Yeah, well, I think he definitely went black because like he didn't want anyone to see his like skidded white
tiny little
underwear,
penis.
I bet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His little
paper. Yeah, who washes their shit? You think they just got to keep it, or they just throw it in
that trough that he was bathing himself in at 9 p.m. He's a nighttime showerer.
He enjoys a bath, a bubble bath.
I took a bath this morning.
I'm not into baths. I
didn't want to wet my hair.
Although I was at a Habitat for Humanity restore yesterday, and they had a big clawfoot. What do they call it? Like a steel foot, whatever, wrought iron foot tub. Only $150. You would have loved it. I did think of you, but I don't do baths.
Love a bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on to one of our belles of the ball because there wasn't much Kody this week, unfortunately. But listen, we do know this. When someone goes home, a la Jussie, that episode is theirs. They're the baby of the episode. So we will get a full Kody montage at some point.
Somebody said in the comments just now, when they call him into the room, he'll probably talk about Garrison. I mean, most definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and his wives. He has to. Like, that has to come up. But he will. I just say I do think he'll kind of exploit Garrison's passing. And if he brings up any of Robin's kids, he's fucking done. That's like the worst thing he could do. He can't say like how he's missing family at home and shit. He better not do that.
No, I was watching this thinking like, God, it must be crazy because didn't McKelty say that like none of us even knew he went? That's like crazy. But I mean, my dad has been to Dubai like 4 times and I never knew about it. Like it just
really?
Like, yeah. But it's not even an I don't love you thing. It's like, I don't think you'd care about that. He's like me.
He may have had to keep it quiet for financial reasons and shit too. Or he couldn't tell anyone.
Oh,
like if they're not family. I don't know. Okay, let's jump into Tony and McKelty first. How about that? First things first, I just want to draw your attention to what Walmart is selling. Now, I did not see these at our local pick and save. So if you're at a Wally World, check this out. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Mexican hot chocolate variety. Look at that. Family size, $4 and something.
That's a great price. That's where my eyes went to immediately.
It is a great price for cereal. Now, not only do they have
good
Mexican hot chocolate. Remember, that was McKelty's bridal shower. Also, what Kody and Robin wanted to order at the Mexican restaurant, even though it wasn't on the menu.
It would be fun.
Do you have hot chocolate to go with our enchiladas? Do you have marshmallows? No, we don't, you fucking asshole. This is a restaurant. This isn't a child's, I don't know, child's pretend store. Okay, also, in case you don't like the Mexican hot chocolate, we have Tres Leches Toast Crunch. Again, family size, $4.30.
93 cents.
Oh, is it 93? Wow. Oh, I gotta get my readers out.
Yeah, you gotta get the readers out. Right.
I might
Most
just
of those cereals would make me have instant diarrhea. I can tell just by looking at it.
Listen, now I love a cinnamon toast crunch. So
the best cereal. I think that is the best cereal.
Ice cold milk, cinnamon toast crunch. Don't you dare go for the generic though. Like you think, oh, how different can it be? Oh, it can be different. And
I
it's
also
not.
I love Crispix with some sweetener, like sweet and low poured over it.
Ooh, God, sweet and low. Remember that?
Not sugar. Yeah, sweet and low.
No, the sweet and low days. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it could be. Okay, so besides the cinnamon toast crunch, what else was Tony up to this week? Well, he is #active dad. Now, I thought this was just so funny because I don't think he was really trying to joke around. So this is Tony's actual post. It's him in their weight room. I mean, good for them, wherever that is. 3 months ago, you could not have convinced me that I'd ever look forward to running more than lifting. Here I am. Weights are kind of a drag now. Gotta do them. And I'm already excited for my run tomorrow. Just thinking about logging in on Strava, getting all sweaty and feeling that sun. It just hits different now. #running community. #go outside. #active dad. #husband. I'm still a rookie. But look at the photo. That's my favorite part. Oh, what is that? Is that a running emoji?
It looks like somebody's farting. Like, does he not realize that that's what that looks like? And he's standing behind it like the guy is farting in his face, and he's not trying to be funny. And you know what I got out of that?
Yellow man farting in his face.
This is all Tony talks about. I would go insane living with this man.
This is like a joke. How do you know your friends are vegan? Like, they'll never stop telling you about it.
They'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, this is insufferable.
He does look great from that angle. Like, I hate to say it, he really does.
Got a nice little butt.
He doesn't just stand there. He does triceps.
And he's like, babe, take this picture of me with my muscle flexed.
Also take this one. This is like his modeling shot. I think this is for like his sizzle reel. Babe, yeah, hey, babe. Do you want to get me on the deck? Like, what is this? We're just getting a view of him in the hose from his backyard behind him.
A lot of conversations surrounding the chess thing this week. And we actually have a clip. You guys, look, we're going to play something from the Patreon. I know that's very without a crystal ball to do. So can you just not yell at us for it? I didn't pull it. Somebody sent it to me. I don't even know who pulled it, but a lot of conversation are surrounding the Chrstine finger quotes and then her making fun of the chess career. But why can we just break the fourth wall and have them, at least if they're gonna be on the show every goddamn season? They just address, we make our money because we have a Patreon where we do recaps of this show that our parents are on, and that's why that's where our money comes from,
right?
We're on this
not show. From chess capital of the United States. What a successful week of chess! It started rough with a rough first tournament. He used the same adjective twice in the same sentence. Not a huge fan, but there's a teacher in me.
Grammar.
But I bounced back to win the midweek one. The highlight was tying for 5th place in a crazy strong blitz tournament featuring 3 GMs. On top of that, I had some really eye-opening moments with my students. So glad to live in the chess capital of America,
But you don't. You live in North Carolina.
Yeah.
which is
And
not.
as we looked up, St. Louis. Meet me in St. Louis, Louis. I did that for you, Amanda.
That was lovely.
Thanks.
That's a whole plot line in the Sex and the City movie. Carrie gives it to Louise, Jennifer Hudson, who had just come from winning an Oscar for which is an acting award, just to remind you. She's in the Sex and the City movie, and she's from St. Louis. Her name is Louise from St. Louis, a classic Michael Patrick King, naming somebody a name so that it can be a pun later. And she gives Carrie Meet Me in St. Louis for Christmas, and Carrie gives Jennifer Hudson a Louis Vuitton bag that gets released the day the movie comes out. It's a whole fucking thing. It's the most heinous bag. And Jennifer Hudson, in one of the worst line readings in movie history, goes, she gives her the Louis. Jennifer Hudson gives her the Meet Me in St. Louis. And Carrie goes, oh, Meet Me in St. Louis. And Jennifer Hudson goes, you said you'd never seen it. And then me and Nick used to say it to each other.
It went over just like that.
All day long.
And
you said you've never
just
seen it.
like that, a classic line was born. Wow.
Anyway.
Okay, so how about before we watch that with Tony McKelty, first, let's get a little date night photo. What you don't see is the 3 kids at our feet trying to rustle us down. Hashtag married life, hashtag husband and wife, hashtag active dad, hashtag family of 5.
Oh, I read that as family office, but he spelled office wrong. Okay, great.
Like family off-5. Welcome to the off-5. Okay, let's shall we take a look at their fun little marriage? What do you think?
You want to play some videos?
Yeah, do you want to watch that one about Chrstine, or what do you think?
Yeah, are you guys gonna be okay with that, or should we be better than that? Should we not play the clip? I think it's pretty good tea. It's good tea.
Okay, so let us know, play or don't play, because again, we don't love to take Patreon content or join stuff. Let us know, play, don't play, because it is very important, but we also don't want to exploit someone's Patreon. Okay, people are saying play it, just play it. Okay, we get it. Okay, we get it.
Yeah, well, you twist our arm here.
Oh, play it, yes.
So, I do think in some ways Chrstine nailed it on the head as to one of the reasons that we wanted to move, and McKelty just needed a break, and she needed space. And she tried so hard. I'm glad your mom understood that, because I don't want her thinking that we just left even though she was finally happy.
So some insider on that too. When we moved up to Lehigh, one of the reasons we made the move was to encourage Mom to move to Utah and move up to Lehigh and Meri and be next to her kids. So we found this house in Lehigh. We knew it wasn't a permanent home. We knew it was a temporary home. I needed my mom to be happy, so one of the reasons we moved was to get her happy. And then she found David, and I realized that I didn't need to, parent her anymore. I didn't need to watch her. She had somebody who was going to have her back, and I saw what was going on with my family and my siblings and my other parents, and I just realized their relationships aren't on my shoulders, and it's not on me, and I had so much anxiety and stress around trying to keep everything together. And it ended up backfiring, and I would be hard on my kids, and I'd be more stressed out with Tony, and I started to have kind of a hard relationship because of it. So we moved partially to get away, but also because we accomplished what we needed to do. My mom was happy she had somebody, and it was time for Tony and I to focus on Tony and I. So that was a lot of it too. Gosh, that hurt.
So you have the whiteboard.
I know, but how do you say all of that with the whiteboard?
One word at a time. How do I feel about Chrstine's air quotes around chess career? Oh, I don't mind at all, right? Because it's quite nuanced. You know, like when you hear chess career or like chess content or like chess coaching, like most people just think of chess as like a board. No. Hold on. No. No. Hey. No.
Well, now that Tony is waiting, now that Tony's leaving, I'm gonna tell you guys. So, the
She kept forgetting to lean into the laryngitis there. She kept forgetting that she had laryngitis. Laryngitis attack was very similar to Aurora's panic attack there. But look, I get it. We've all been there.
Babe, hey, babe, bring use a whiteboard. Yeah, you want her to write a 5-paragraph essay on the whiteboard, Tony, and hold it up? Like, you could also answer it for her. Okay, now that said, she basically said she was having to parent her mom, and then that's why they moved, because she was taking it out on her kids, taking it out on Tony, and she and Tony were having a hard time in the relationship because she was trying to parent her mom and just had to get away, and she could finally take care of herself.
I mean,
Amanda, your thoughts?
I think Chrystine's having a rough week this week with the dog thing and just stuff like this. And I'm actually seeing a lot of discord about Chrstine lately. Like she was awful too. She was like, she's not as great as you think she is. She's kind of a monster. I'm seeing a lot of that come out lately. I think there's like backlash this week, maybe.
I could see her getting like a controlling label, kind of like in the Kate Gosselin way. I think just by like necessity. Not that I think what Kate Gosselin, like how she used to parent and things she used to say, like I endorse that in any way. But I think it takes a long time to kind of get into this personality and then to deprogram yourself from that personality. And I do think she is trying to do that with David because she can now. And this is me absolutely projecting. Like, I feel like I was a different kind of parent and partner when you are in a dysfunctional relationship and you don't realize how dysfunctional it is until you're out. That said, I'm sure Mykelti had to take on some like comforting counseling of her mom. And yeah, like, no, ideally that would never happen. Like a child would never have to be reassuring or comforting their parent. But at this point, like Mykelti, you are an adult too. And I don't see Chrstine like moving in with her and shit. Like, I think Mykelti inserted herself a lot.
I think that's a lot of it.
Kody shit.
As does Peyton. And then they piggyback off of Chrystine's success doing TikToks, which we have a Peyton TikTok. And then this kind of like this Patreon where Mykelti is constantly saying how the show is bad for their family, but yet they choose. You guys, this whole episode is about Tony and Mykelti. Like, get off my television screen. But I think Chrystine's biggest problem is that she's just so emotionally stunted. She is 19. So then she gets divorced. And like, of course her kids are like, what is she, how can she navigate this world by herself when this is all she's had? But I think definitely Tony and Mykelti inserted themselves in there.
Yeah, Jacob, this is a good point. He's saying he's agreeing with Kayla. I would ask why kids supporting their parents is considered parenting their parents. Yeah, I would agree with this. Like, being a support system or lending your ear and all that is very different than a codependence in a way where you are doing things for them all the time. You truly are fixing everything. You're like, I just don't see Mykelti being the one who's maybe like contacting Chrystine's attorney for her, being like, Mom, this is really what you should do for, buying homes or child support.
I'd love to know what exactly. There is a fine line there between like, well, or are you just being a really good daughter and you're being supportive of your mom in her time of need? It was only about a year, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like this was kind of acting like decade. She's been
Right.
taking her in there. Now that
Put
said,
her life on hold for Chrstine. I'm sure Chrstine was also helping you through that entire time by babysitting your fucking kids. So now I'm turning back on the guilty side.
Yeah, well, no, I think it's like good. Like, hey, if they wanted to move away, they could move to freaking Alaska or Europe or wherever the hell they want to move. Like,
it kind of seemed like a fuck you to Chrstine. And I think that there's definitely like tension between Chrstine and Tony, as there always has been, and as there always should be.
Yeah, I mean, Tony came in with a bold personality. Yeah, he came in. Yeah, muy caliente. Hey guys, who's got a tampon?
I like to challenge you and bring you to my level of comfort.
I mean, they could always take a second mortgage out on their house. I mean, some people do that for their kids' weddings. He's an asshole. That said, no, I'm like, I actually thought it was really healthy where Chrstine was like, yeah, there's nothing for me here. We're happy in Utah. Like, we'll go visit and they can come visit us. Like, I think that's healthy to separate.
I think there's a big part of Chrstine and David that were like, oh, okay, thank God Tony's gone. Like, it's probably not
I think there probably is some relief. But
imagine having Tony not near you on daily. Tony's a Kramer. I think he'll just pop in.
Yes, just popping by. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are we having for dinner?
Like, just kidding, but not really.
Tony would walk in your house, go in your fridge, and be like, "Oh, what do you got? Oh, you guys don't have anything to drink?" You're like, "No, didn't offer you anything either." I was gonna say, I also think Chrstine is making comments about like, no, we're gonna move here. They should move off. Yeah, I'm gonna miss them, blah blah blah. But like, kids should go off and do their own thing. I think she's saying that, thinking she's talking slyly about Robin's kids and being like, yeah, it's cool that my kids all move away because a lot of
nuances going on here.
That's what they're supposed to do. But Chrstine definitely didn't bank on McKelty saying this kind of stuff. So the fallout from that will be an interesting one. And there does seem to be some sort of like a little bit of a rivalry between Janelle and Chrstine with grandkids and who's going where.
Janelle's winning.
Yeah. So what else? I think we still have more with the kids, don't we?
Yeah, we have Padron chess, Padron kids.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids this week. The kids are out and about. They're chasing animals. They chased a deer. I don't know if you saw that, but one of the little ones had like its little fingies out to go touch a deer.
Oh, yeah.
Else I know. Also, this is a really funny post. Why don't you read that one, Amanda?
POV, that feeling when your husband lets you drive the truck. The truck is my tank. Hashtag living our best life. Hashtag husband and wife. Hashtag mom life. Hashtag married. Hashtag toddler mom. These two. Okay. And then that's that book they were listening to on their drive.
Yeah. Hey, babe, would you rather fairy princess who gets screwed by a gnome, or
we also have this
fantasy novels?
I'll play this.
I want you to put this on me and teach me a lesson.
Okay. All right. As you can see, you can't play this opening because it's checkmate in 2 moves. Make sense?
This is not what I had in mind. I want you to put this on me.
It was just getting good at the end there.
That was just all the comments. All these followers, and they had like 5 comments like, ha, cool.
I haven't seen that. That made me feel so sick because the joke was that I was supposed to think for a second that they were about to do some like kinky bondage shit.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't like that? You didn't think it was so silly? Didn't turn you on?
They need to stop with these acting things. And Tony likes to sit in the moment. He's got really no hustle in his acting here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, don't worry, because there's a second generation who's ready to give us some content, guys.
I'm not taking a photo anymore. All done. I'm all done.
Why'd you
Now, the reason
come
I
to that?
put that up there was like it honestly it gives me an update on our family Ruby Frankie vibes. Like do you see how like these kids are just like performing? They're like, like no,
Done?
we're not taking a picture. Picture done. And then they just come and stand there like it freaks me out. It really does freak me out that
Their
like
job, they're content creators.
Yes.
That's their job. That is their
Yeah.
actual job, other than chess, of course.
Yeah. No, this is what they do. They go, they sit in front of the camera, they smile. And then even when they say, no, we're all done, they still don't know what to do. I know it is like the family blogging. They are cute. I mean, she's doing a good job mothering them. It's not like we're the same kind of footage we get from, let's say, like a Janelle Evans, thank God.
I think
okay.
what we can take away from Tony and McCulty's content is that they are still just as annoying as they always have been.
Yeah. Now there is a darker side to social media that Payton will give you a warning on.
Kinky sex.
E-list celebrity, and the E-list at best. That's my mark at the moment. As I am an E-list celebrity, I have had a few people offer to purchase a few explicit imagery of me, which is kind of weird to say. However, I haven't done any of it. I haven't done any of it for a lot of reasons, especially their price is never high enough, obviously. But I had one that was like a guy had requested on my Cameo, like $20 for a 20-minute video of my feet. And I'm like, dude, absolutely not. And he used a justification of, it's for a class that I'm doing. I've seen it for a class. And I'm like, that's absolutely super weird. So I did not do it. It was the first Cameo I have ever rejected. And it happened, oddly enough, kind of recently. So like, that's a fun story. And I hope it made a few people laugh. As I am.
What's your price? Because your price to say a bunch of racist shit and hold up the Black Power symbol is $10.
Yeah. Just name your price. What do you want? Yeah. I mean, he really, like, we are a little concerned about him because there are some are
a little unnerving.
Yeah. Like he had one, I think I sent it to you yesterday, and he's like, no matter where you live, people always say there's good and bad things or something, but look at this view. And it was like the top of one of the townhouses and there's like a cloud behind it.
It was he was being sarcastic or not.
Yeah, I truly couldn't tell because it was that frenetic, but okay.
Eyes on Payton.
Yeah, eyes on Payton. What else we got, Amanda?
Okay, well, I think we're ready to move on to the big wig, to the actual people that we care about in this thing. Chrstine, I guess, first. Chrstine is doing some damage control about the dog. And I guess she said the dog's fine. It's our neighbor's dog. But then we went through this on our watch along, but like in the show, she says, oh, I don't even know whose dog that is. But again, I think we all agreed that they're just doing a bit. Her and David are doing one of their little zany bits. And that's what the whole scene was.
Oh, they're so funny. They're just so in love. So funny. No more Kevin and the Legos this week. Put Kevin away till Christmas.
But I think that Chrstine is very much getting a villain edit this season. I think that's pretty clear based on the dog scene because they absolutely did not need to leave that. So I wonder what's going on here.
Yeah, she said, oh, it was the neighbor's dog. We left it with the producers and we called them or something like that. So whatever it was. She's doing her normal thing, her MLM, fear held me back. And there's, step 1, step 2. Also, pimping that Airbnb. She's got some hurricane rentals. Guys, Utah is beautiful in the fall.
Yeah.
And Moab.
Oh, and it was their anniversary. That's right.
Anniversary.
Every year.
Happy anniversary to the love of my life at David Woolley. Every moment with you has been a beautiful chapter in our story, filled with unforgettable memories, quiet moments that speak louder than words, laughter that lights up my heart, and countless moments that still take me by surprise. I'm endlessly grateful for the way you love me and for the life we're building together. You are my greatest adventure, and I can't wait to see where our journey takes us. I love you. Hashtags anniversary. Happy ever after. Love of my life. My king. My second chance. Adventure. dreams come true. Like a
All
Disney
right.
story. Yeah,
Marital
like
bliss.
a Disney story. So yeah, marital bliss. What else we got for Chrstine?
No videos for Chrstine, but Chrstine, as she's doing her MLMs, somebody's coming up from the sidelines here, and she's ready to pop.
Now,
I don't know how to go about
truly.
this because there's so much content for Janelle. And we'll end with Meri. But
Yes.
Janelle, she's doing another, it's an MLM. It's just kind of, she's restarting Strive for Janelle, kind of. She's doing a master
for this.
I wasn't prepared for this. And I don't think she is really clear on what it is, but if she can just manage to make this even semi-successful, that will be so fucking funny compared to Meri. Because it's the same exact thing. It's the exact same thing, except somebody pointed out that Janelle's doing it in a smart way where this webinar she's doing, this masterclass, it's free. And then from there, it's like an R1. So it's free. And then if you want to sign up, you sign up from there. Whereas Meri charges you just to attend.
Yeah. So let's repeat that. And we're going to play this for you just to just when you think like, okay, Janelle, nothing's going to happen, wrap it up. We get some classic Janelle moments. So we don't want you to miss those.
Yeah.
She's going to be a life coach, guys, giving you advice on how to organize, plan, and execute all the goals and plans in your life. Okay.
Did you want to play that first?
Yeah, let's play it. Okay.
Right.
So away we go. Settle in.
Happy Tuesday, and wherever you are. I'm here to talk about what I posted about yesterday, my second chapter coaching community that's coming. The first masterclass is next Wednesday at 12 noon. And then the second masterclass next week is at 7 p.m. Thursday. So what it is, it's going to be geared especially for those of us, women who are kind of entering that second chapter of their life. Maybe it's about, like, there's changes, right? We all go through transitions, and there's some really big ones that happen. Like when you hit kind of an age where maybe the kids are moving out, you are, maybe you've had a change in your job, maybe you've had a change in relationships, whatever. There's like a lot of things that we have to kind of that happen that make us sort of kind of think, wow, I wonder if I could, maybe, do I like this life I have? Maybe do I want to do something different? Guys, I was going to sell all my stuff and become a nomad and live in a van or like have a camper and move all over with my kids and like just travel the world. I had friends that did it. It seemed like really fun. Anyway, but then I decided to pursue a different dream, and it was a little bit scary. So what it is second chapter coaching is, I'm a certified life coach. I've been coaching clients for a few years, and I'm bringing those tools to a larger community because, look, it doesn't feel so overwhelming and so scary when you know that you're not alone. So we'll be learning real tools to help you design the life, to get clarity on what you want, and get clarity on what you want, and then also like design that life that you.
She has no plan going in
to decide, to realize that you're not too old to make a change. You maybe can completely shake things up, or maybe you're happy where you are, and just understanding that and coming to that clarity will be so, so powerful. So, I had something else I was going to tell you, and it's completely gone out of my mind. Oh, well.
Keep it rolling.
Anyway, so, I know. Listen, so one thing I love about this is you can join from anywhere. You can join from anywhere in the world, the UK, Canada, all the people I've talked to previously, you can join from anywhere. So
she said this was on the internet. How do you join from anywhere?
Sign up, please, the sign up link for the master coach, the master class calls. Sorry, guys. I'm tripping all over my words today. And if you are international outside of the UK or Canada, it won't let you put your phone number in. Just put your email in, and you will still get emails, and you can still obviously attend the class. So anyway, so I'm gonna drop the link if I can. Hold on,
guys, make sure you get this link that she's gonna put up.
You can click, or you can go to my bio in the Stand Store. You'll see the link that you can click to go to the website where you'll find that link to sign up for the master classes next week. Look, guys, I'm going to be talking about some really practical tools. The master classes are free. I'll be talking about some really practical tools that you can use now. Some tools that when I was first doing my life coach training, that I was like, whoa, this is
Tools like the World Wide
mind-blowing.
Web.
Like, it was so powerful yet so simple. Anyway, so that's coming. I'd love to see you come join us in class. I've dropped the link just up above. I'll drop it again.
No, you haven't. No.
So join that link or go to my bio and find the second chapter coaching and get signed up for one of those master classes. I'd love to have you guys. I'm going to be teaching I'll be teaching some tools that you'll be like, wow, that's really that's pretty great information.
Still 30
so
seconds
come
left.
join us. It will be a lot of fun. And hey, everybody can come, international, in the United States, wherever you are. But if you're in the second chapter of your life or third chapter or fourth chapter, and you want to make sure that that you're going to be living intentionally, doing something that lights you up, that gives you passion, that makes you happy, this class, this is for you. All right, I'll see you guys in class.
I mean, I'm going to do a COD, cash on delivery, right? We still do that?
That's okay. She could have gone, hey guys, I'm doing
anywhere,
a master
Amanda.
class. I'm doing a master class this week. Here's the link. Actually put the link up. And then can't wait to see you guys there. It's free for everyone. Come join us. I'm a certified life coach.
I'll tell you more. It's going to be great.
That was 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
Lots of things to share. Can't wait. Here's the link. I mean, it's worse than us where she's like, oh, what was I going to say? I'll just wrap it up. I know.
Like, write down 4 points and just have it on a little Post-it next to you. So
from
good.
Anywhere, Amanda, anywhere. International. Rebecca, thank you for catching that. Thank you for catching international from anywhere. Yeah. Dial up, CD-ROM, whatever you got, we got it. Cash on delivery. Yeah.
But it's still going to be
ring a bell.
Meri. I mean, honestly.
Does that mean anything to you? Cash on delivery, COD. Does that make, is there that 3-year age gap? Do you know what that is?
There's a line in the Anne of Green Gables musical. Should have gone back COD.
Oh, okay.
If it hadn't been for me. And then all the kids were like, what's COD? And then people explained it to us and we were like, wow, the old days.
Yeah. Oh, well, the old days was like also the 80s, because I remember I would always want Bill Cosby's not Reading Rainbow. Oh my God, this picture pages. I always wanted the picture pages pen. And that was check, COD. Cash on delivery. They bring it to your door. You're like, hello, sir. Here is my $13.95. Wow. I know.
There was something I wanted to say. There was something I wanted to, God, what was it? Ooh.
Yes. Okay. We got more Janelle. Don't worry. There's more where that came from.
Oh, because she's got to promote this MLM. Okay, this one is funny, though. I didn't even see this. You caught this. This seems shady toward Chrstine for sure. Right? It's a article that says research finds that middle-aged women with strong attachment to their dogs report fewer symptoms of depression and anxiety. Oh, that's why you wore that. Brain scans show this bond activates oxytocin and claims stress circuit. And then, okay, gotcha. Janelle posted that and then wrote, I knew it. Choose the dog every time. Winky face. I just happened to be posting this on the same week Chrystine's getting all that heat for the dog abuse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love my dog. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. What else does she love? This crazy gal.
Been in Utah this week. Can't say. Okay, I think it's swig, but you can't tell because she's covering half the cup with the text. Been in Utah this week working on a project. I'm so excited about. More about it next week. That must be the MLM. Of course, I had to hit a swig. Today, spice, baby, because it's pumpkin spice season. Janelle.
And everyone who knows Janelle knows she loves a little pumpkin spice. She loves that season. Now, if you're like, where would she be going in a drive-through with her swig? Well, Things are moving and shaking over at Tata Farms. Doesn't look like much, but it is.
Looks like less. I would say it looks like less. Is the top picture the before or is that the after? Usually you put the before first, right? The top
I don't
picture
know.
looks better than the second picture. The second picture looks like the pond.
Yeah, but there's like some boxes. Well, let's see. It doesn't look like much, but it is. This is real tangible progress towards the new chapter in my life. Driveway and footings poured for my new home. The home I chose and designed exactly the way I wanted. In a lot of ways, it feels like my first true home. Houses I have owned before were bought often because it was what worked for my big chaotic family, often reflecting not what I chose or wanted, but what worked. Every part of this new home is truly intentional. Cheers!
That sounded like a shade.
So I'm guessing that bottom one is the second. Those are like the concrete,
Okay, great.
you know, things that are poured. Yeah.
It's like a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, look at these amazing things Janelle's choosing to put in her house. The layout is gonna be insane. It's gonna like you walk in the door and it's gonna be like master bathroom.
Yeah.
Walk in a little bit more, and it'll
there.
be like another bathroom, laundry room.
2 laundry rooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom, living room.
Yeah, a shitter in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Why not?
Got it.
We have plumbing here. Why wouldn't you? But let's see what else Janelle is up to, shall we?
And wherever you are, I'm here to talk about what I posted about yesterday, my second chapter coaching community that's coming. The first masterclass is next Wednesday at 12 noon. And then the second masterclass next week is at 7 p.m. Thursday. So what it is, it's going to be geared especially for those of us, women who are kind of entering that second chapter of their life. Maybe it's about, like, there's changes, right? We all go through transitions, and there's some really big ones that happen. Like when you hit kind of an age where maybe the kids are moving out, you are, maybe you've had a change in your job, maybe you've had a change in relationships, whatever. There's like a lot of things that we have to kind of sort of, that happen that make us sort of kind of think, wow, I wonder if I could, maybe, do I like this life I have? Maybe do I want to do something different? Guys, I was going to sell all my stuff, and
Isn't any better than the last one.
Anyone else having problems with their phone? I swear, since like Apple did the update on my phone, like it doesn't read my.
I told you it didn't
read when I push keys. Like it's becoming frustrating today. Today started yesterday. Been a little bad today, but it's really bad this afternoon. Like it's almost like it doesn't register my fingers. Maddie told me she was having the same problem yesterday. So I don't know, is it me or is it my phone?
She never posted the results of that or anything. She just was mad.
No, and that other one just got cut off. She's whatever.
Why did
they got the link.
The second one? It was the exact same points as the first one, but she did have the link that time.
Same clothing too. So I'm pretty sure like she recorded it, thought she posted it maybe, and then was like, oh, I'll just throw it up now. Yeah. Janelle. Oh, our girl. Janelle. I mean, this phone technology. Oh, has any of you even tried to fax lately? Oh.
Are you guys ready to talk about Meri?
Oh, we ready, girl. We ready.
Meri. Okay, a lot of stuff happening with Meri
first. Now, I know you are not watching The Golden Bachelor. I am watching parts. I can take it in piece and parcel. Okay. Right now, I'm still trying to make my way through the first 2-hour episode because I haven't told you about this, but I have a newfound hatred of Jesse Palmer on The Bachelor. There's something about his physique and he wears very tight pants. And I don't think he, like Meri, Jesse Palmer needs to know no one's going to see the size you're wearing, girl. Size up. So he makes me very uncomfortable watching the show. But there is a woman on here who is a firefighter on The Golden Bachelor. And she posted a photo of her firefighter photo. And tell me this gal doesn't look like Meri. Right? Like she could be Meri's more with it sister.
Yeah, like better.
Mary's sister with softer hair and
Softer features, maybe.
still goes tanning, but not as much, right? Like
Hair
it
at
really is
least
shocking looking
has
at her.
figured out a hair journey, has gone on a different hair journey.
Yes, yes. However, Meri is also up to a couple things, isn't she?
Yeah. This place holds a special place in my heart. It's where 18 years ago I began my journey of self-reflection and healing. I don't know where she is, but 18 years. So what was 18 years ago?
So this is when she had her trigger warning, her miscarriage,
Okay.
that she's going to go on and talk about. So she has actually been healing for 18 years, you guys. You didn't know this, but 18 years she came to the spot, and this is where she started her healing journey. She can tell you about it, right?
So the Meri
happened just in one.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
the Meri we are familiar with present day is 18 years of healing Meri, just to get that straight.
Well,
This is 18 years healed Meri.
Yes, she went to this location. I mean, you should have seen her before, Amanda. Like, she really didn't know, up from down.
This is like a perfect example of maybe therapy doesn't work all the time. 18 years of therapy she's had.
Well, I mean, she wasn't Mel Robbins 18 years ago. Now she's listened to Mel Robbins, like the first few episodes of her podcast. So like she's pretty much the female Tony Robbins.
Right. Let's play this now. Yeah, let's see.
Happened just in one moment. So I can look at myself through the years. And I know when I first started my growth journey, and that was after my miscarriage 18 years ago, I started going to therapy for that and started like realizing different things about me. And I started understanding why some of my behaviors were why they were. Not as a justification of any of my bad behaviors, but just understanding where they came from. And once you can understand where they come from, that's when you can start shifting. So that was kind of I would say my big start. And then I had all these experiences that would happen, through the years. My marriage was in a bad place. There was a lot of grief going on, and there was a lot of emotion going on during that time. I know how it changed me, and I know the growth that I've had because of it. But it really is all about like looking yourself square in the face and just owning who you are. The beautiful and the ugly and the happy and the sad and all the parts of you, because those are the parts that make up you, that are uniquely you and not anybody else. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. If there's something you don't like about it, change it. But when you can look at it square in the eye and know what you need to change, that's when change can happen. Growth doesn't happen.
Okay.
Amanda, did you get that? If you don't like something, change it. Isn't that the point? Maybe that's when we go to Janelle, and Janelle will life coach us through how to change those things. Meri just says, change it. Okay, Meri, you
didn't change it. Were her therapists not telling her you need to get out of this marriage? Like, I don't understand how her therapists weren't helping her more.
Well, I don't think she was actually going to a therapist. And also grouchy, when you said you can't wait to express how much you hate Meri's hair. I was telling Amanda, I tried to do Meri's like severe flip out thing because Don liked it on their blind date. And I couldn't get it to Ron. Sorry. I know it was one of your daddies.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, true.
Don
and Ron.
I couldn't quite get the sharpness to stay
her
out.
hair is pokey. She's
pokey. Yes. Very, very pokey. So for 18 years, she's been healing.
We have now arrived here, and I think they are watching our show because we have, as Jenna J. Schwa has been clamoring for, we need more Salty Birches content. More, please. So now they have this new bit. They've made 3 of these, which I will say is more of a sequence of anything they've ever done. That's like the most of anything they've done in a sequence. It's this Salty Birches helpline, and they've done 3 now.
And they're, can we just say they're, for anyone who's single, right? this is really good advice. Or if like you've ever been through breakups, as obviously Meri and Jen have been through so many breakups and back togethers and relationship. They're really the ones that I would go to for marriage and relationship advice. Jen, who famously has never been through a breakup, right?
Well, nobody's ever broken up with her. She's cool. So she always gets sick of them and leaves.
And she's married, so she must be an expert
On breakups. And Meri has, we watched her. Both of them life goals. Should we, let's do Salty one first. I don't know which one.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the Salty Advice Hotline.
The first fan submission is, my ex keeps liking my stories. What do I do?
Block him.
Why would your ex be liking your stories still?
He's obviously a creep. Block him.
Obviously not over you. But if you are the one who ended it, yeah, block him.
Every one of those statements was incorrect. He's obviously a creep, obviously not over you. That is not true.
Yeah.
Like there are such things as having an
obviously a freak. Block him
with your ex. Block him for like not even like commenting or anything. It's just a like. Oh,
I might even argue. I mean, this would never happen, but let's just say that video that we just watched of Meri, who's like, I started my healing journey, blah, blah. Let's just say like Kody went and liked it.
Yes.
Would you be like, freak, block him?
Creep. No, it's a
Meri would
and it's an
run back.
Would absolutely run back. It's just an acknowledgement of, oh, you exist, I exist, and we don't hate each other. Like I support you.
Yeah. Now some exes maybe, but not every ex. It's not just an immediate
block him. What a creep.
Again, from these two.
From these two. And then the comments are people being like, Jen, hilarious. Love Jen with the no nonsense. I'm like, stop supporting this.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I would love to see Jen single. Let's see how she slays them out there.
It's going to be in a whole storyline. Jen is the new Tony and McKelty. Let's see what Salty Birches 2 is. I don't even know.
You ended it, double block him because then he's just being a narcissist.
No, well.
Oh, yes. Because he ended it with you and now he's over there liking your shit. No.
Maybe.
Block him.
Hold on.
No.
Benefit of the doubt.
No, we don't do that here.
Okay.
And if you're not the one who ended.
So I guess that was just a continuation, doubling down on he's a fucking narcissist.
Yeah.
For clicking the heart on an Instagram post.
So if we want to hear more of that, we go to their pod. Yeah. Facebook. No. Instagram live. No,
not even. I don't think Fridays with Friends is. So
okay.
Not either. The other one is about being late, and I actually agree with them both on that. They're like, no, you shouldn't be late.
Do you? Meri also posted about her one true love, and that is Zona. Meri and Zona had a photo shoot together, and I think you, as the animal lover, should read this.
Right now, first, I want to say if I posted something, if Walter passed away tomorrow, the paragraph I would write about him would not be this long. This is for a living dog that can't read this. I didn't know where I met. I didn't know when I met her which one of us needed the other more. I just knew we were meant to be. It was fate. The joy she's brought to my life is both immense and intense. She is life. She is love. She is belonging. She's filled my days with laughter, comfort, and a kind of love that words can barely touch. She's fueled my heart when it feels empty, reminded me to play when life feels heavy, and taught me that simple, gentle presence can truly heal. Our bond is pure magic, unspoken, unconditional, undeniable. She doesn't just walk beside me. She anchors me. She knows my moods, feels my energy. And I mean, we all can, Meri. I can feel your energy.
I can feel it in this room. I can feel it in this Chili's tonight.
By the way, a lot of pressure on Zona here, huh? Can you imagine being like, oh my God, I anchor you.
And
And
imagine it's like a child reading this, like, whoa, that's a job.
like
Whoa.
with Chrstine. She's my constant, my calm, my whole heart carried on her forelegs. There's something truly sacred about the love of a dog. It's the kind of love that changes you forever. My Zona, my love. I mean, yeah, like I feel like this about Walter as well, but it's a lot of pressure to put on an animal.
A whole lot. Zona's like, they told me to go run, say hello, and I know. I sniffed everyone's vagina. Like,
may Zona live forever for Meri's sake. All right, that's it.
Yeah, also just really quickly, for those of you who were not there for the watch long, if you watch this week's episode of Sister Wives season 20, Robin was wearing I was going to say a pretty necklace, but I can't even do that. A pretty shy necklace. And I did find this minus the red gemstone that they had put in there. So just the gold necklace without the gem in it, almost $2,800. So
it's just stupid. Like, it's just dumb. It's dumb. There are so many better things you could be putting that money toward.
Yeah. But we're gonna, to be continued on the Brown social media. And we're gonna jump into New York Times bestseller, Sister Wife by Khrstine Brown Woolley.
And if you remember, we kind of had to stop right at the end of a chapter. So we're on page 64. I'll go first.
Yes, please do.
And I'm just going to start in the middle there on the weekends we played. Okay. Everyone good? Everyone got your book? Here we go. On the weekends we played. If it snowed, we had snowball fights and went sledding. We'd go to drives and sorry, we already fucked this up. All right, we'd go for drives and to Kody's dad's ranch. We tried to set up piñatas a few times, but our kids, piñatas, Jody.
Everyone stand back. You might get hit by a stick.
Our kids were just too happily aggressive to be waving sticks around. They're crazy with Red Rover. Oh, we already went through this. Okay, this is what I wanted, I often thought. My mom and I continue to work on our relationship too. She tried to work out her religious beliefs, and it was hard on me when she gave up on religion completely, at least in the organized sense. It felt like she was forever changing her identity, which I wouldn't understand at all until much later. I would love for how there's a Being Babs, a special Teen Mom. It's the first episode I ever did of a Love Day Teen Mom.
Prayers up to Babs.
Yeah, she had a stroke last week, but Janelle may or may not be in North Carolina. She posted a picture frame in Babs's house to prove that she is there. And then her sister is saying, no, Janelle's not there. And Janelle's like, yes, I am. Here's a picture. And her sister's like, no, you're not. And then Janelle's like, my sister's not even allowed here. I'm like, this must be good for Babs's healing.
Yeah. I wonder if strokes are hereditary or if there's some other cause. I don't know.
Weird. Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Jace is also there, but he also is in a foster home, but he's there temporarily, possibly as well. So anyway, I want there to be a Being Annie because I think that her life is actually super fascinating and is probably super inspirational. Annie is the
not at all how Chrstine has played out her life to be.
That's what I was going to say. Annie is what Chrstine thinks she is. Annie is the inspiration Chrstine is like pretending to be, except Chrstine still has a bunch of stuff to work out, certainly from her past, where she's continually, even in this book, lauding all the men in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And really coming down on Annie. Even here.
Yeah, my daddy was so special. He treated me like a princess. My mom, I could have her come to my wedding. Ugh.
Yet, even if when Chrstine and Kody disowned her, she made her wedding dress. She showed up when Chrstine was in labor. Like, Annie really had to, like, suck up a lot to, like, for her kids, for Chrstine.
Chrstine was probably Annie's McKelty.
Chrstine was Annie's McKelty. Yeah, but she wasn't, though, because Kody didn't let Chrstine fuck with her. Annie did all this on her own.
Costa. Even I am inspired by Smoke Show Annie. You were so funny. Amazing. Really, Annie is remember when she cut her hair too? We were like, whoa, like the evolution of Annie.
Yeah, we've always known Annie to be A bad bitch. A baddie, I think is what the kids
Yes.
say. At least, okay, it felt like she was forever changing her identity, which I wouldn't understand at all until much later. But she was the best grandma ever. I realized I wanted her in my life in a big, meaningful way, and things got so much better. We stopped trying to reconcile her not being in my church anymore and decided to be mother and daughter. I don't know how I would have made it through any of it without her. Just before I married Kody, she married Wayne, the man I'd been so angry about her dating after she left my dad. And he was an incredible grandpa to my kids. I saw them both differently through my children's eyes. I'll never forget when my sister called and said, Wayne's in the hospital. You have to get here. None of us had known he was sick. We don't know what's going on, but you have to say goodbye, my sister said. Kody and I packed up. Kody didn't hesitate. And within an hour, sounds like he did hesitate. Because it took you an hour.
Within an hour.
Within an hour, we were gone. We were on our way to Utah to see him at the hospital. Wayne died a couple days later of undiagnosed cancer. God, Annie's been through so much. He helped me heal my relationship with my mom. The man did. The man
Wayne
fixed the relationship. Yes. Christine's really male-centric, I'm learning.
Yeah, I don't like that. Annie deserves better.
Yeah, I know.
Mom deserves better.
Universal mom. Except Bonnie is also mom. I love Wyoming. I think we all did, and we'd found our rhythm there. Things could be tight, but we had a flock of kids, and we did everything together. But just after Gwendolyn was born in 2001, after another argument in the family, Janelle moved in with her mom for about 8 months. That's Janelle's story to tell, but it would never be easy for all of us, including Kody, to manage personalities and jealousy. And sometimes it felt hard to get away from the conflicts. Soon after, Kody announced he had gotten a job in Utah.
Whoa. I mean, hold on. Like, let's celebrate. Let's just take that in for a moment. Kody got a job.
At all. What's the job, though? Because they never say. And, like, I always assumed when, like,
it's the sign salesman, I think. I think Utah was the sign salesman as well as
got that job there.
Yeah, as well as like wherever, Wyoming, Montana.
All right,
or maybe that was the books. No, the books was earlier. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I remember saying there are 14 people in this family and you're only concerned with one. Yeah. I think we would stay in Wyoming for the rest of our lives. I thought we would stay in Wyoming for the rest of our lives, but it would only be 5 years. We were close to his family and we were close with members of our church. I was homeschooling the kids. Sure, we were poor, but we had a big magical garden and we canned and bottled and we bought food in bulk. We made it work. And I had moved around so much as a child that moving still stresses me out. It causes so many disruptions. School, friends, kids, housing, proximity, everything's a struggle. I'm trying to create a better life for my family, he said. How is that a better life? I asked. It's not going to be a better life. That's the end of that chapter. So I'll pass it over to you.
Yeah, this is a good point, Allison. I feel like Christine is romanticizing their earlier life to be more than it was. I don't think they were ever a big, happy family. I do too. She's making it a little flowery, I think, just kind of adding a little here and there. Okay, chapter 9, which is on page 67. It was a bummer. After Kody said we could be moving back to Utah, I said I would go under one condition, that our kids could go to the school our fundamentalist church ran there. I called the school to ask about it, and they countered with, do you have anyone who can teach? Why, yes. Yes, we do. I told them I had been homeschooling our kids for 5 years in Wyoming, and they asked me to teach at the church school, which was essentially an organized homeschooling operation that ran classes 3 days a week. They put me in second grade with the team teacher.
That's a good age. I feel like second grade was like my favorite grade to teach in music.
Oh, I can see that. I taught
before they turn into real assholes. I feel like grade 5, 6, certainly 7 and 8, but like grade 4 is when I was noticing it not being as cute anymore. I had to watch it.
Okay. Yeah, I taught 4th, but if I ever taught again, I would want like kindergarten, 1st grade. I love I love them. They put me in second grade with the team teacher who was brilliant and taught me a lot about teaching second graders. I taught 7 and 8-year-old kids. So much fun. I took our kids with me for teacher setup day, and they hung out with some of the kids at the school. The car ride home was oddly quiet. I've got something I've got to tell you, said Janelle's son, Logan, sounding like he was about to get in trouble. Okay, I asked. I told someone today that I have 3 moms, he said, sounding confused. But then he said he has 2 moms. Oh, I said, relieved. Everybody who goes to this school is from a polygamous family, just like you. Every child in that car breathed in, oh, at the same time. I doubt it. Apparently, I had failed to mention that the church school was our church. I didn't know how I was going to explain McKelty, Logan said. We had always told them to be honest if people asked questions, but not to blurt out our information about our family. Still, it was always a touchy subject, and it was hard for them because they didn't always know how to answer. They were relieved that they wouldn't have to worry anymore. That school cemented their relationship with one another. They entered as a pack of brothers and sisters.
That's good, I guess.
Before I taught at the school, I was right there if the kids needed anything. As I started teaching 2nd grade, we found a house in West Jordan, and I loved it. It was 5 stories, really. And for the first 4 months, it was just Kody, me, and the kids. While we were in Wyoming, Janelle lived in her own place near town, and she had a steady job working for the state.
Damn.
For Janelle, the move to Utah was disconcerting. She liked stability. She knew her paycheck helped keep the family afloat, and she worried about finding another job with the same benefits. When we moved to Utah, she moved into Meri's house on our property, which we still owned, and kept her job for another year before moving down. We had a few of Janelle's kids with us so they could go to the church school, and Janelle wouldn't have to worry about childcare. Meri stayed with her sister's family in Utah for the first few months, but I still watched Leon often while Meri worked. I love so many memories from that time, especially of the time Kody spent with me and our kids.
Oh, weird.
After the first few months, Meri moved into her house in West Jordan while Janelle remained in Wyoming.
That must have been awesome.
Oh, God. Well, for Janelle, right?
Oh, God. But just having Meri, it's you and Kody and the kids, and then here's Meri. Except Meri wasn't like that back then. Meri was just a curt bitch back then.
Well, we don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if we know that.
You don't think Meri was a curt bitch back then?
Well, yeah, I think she was just more, though. I think she was just more of that. After a few months, Meri moved into our house in West Jordan, while Janelle remained in Wyoming. While I was teaching, I found out I hadn't taught McKelty to read well, and she caught up with the rest of her class within 3 months. Huh. Who would have thought when you send your kids to school, they learn?
Weird, right? Everyone in the comments was making this point that Allison says, I don't think that's what Logan meant by he didn't know how to explain McKelty. I mean, yeah, the joke writes itself. I didn't know how to explain McKelty.
Logan's like, yeah, I know about all the other moms. Like, I put together the school directory on summer break. I know everyone's polygamous.
It's so funny because, like, if you, like, in our rewatch, you meet all the kids meet Caleb. Everyone loves Caleb, especially Kody. And then Mitch, everyone's like, oh yeah, Mitch is great. He's so cool. He like does all this cool stuff. And then with Tony, all the kids are in support of McKelty dating him. But it's not like, oh, we love Tony. It's like, yes, these two, yes, the perfect match.
Yeah.
No one wants to laugh.
Several people are making this point. Like, okay, great teacher, Chrstine. Didn't even teach her own daughter to read. She didn't teach them well. Like, she's not a licensed trained teacher.
Just like licensed, like Janelle is a licensed trained life coach.
Yeah, exactly. About a year in West Jordan, I think 2003, we bought a big house in Lehigh. Janelle decided to move down after seeing the house. It seemed like the perfect place for us. In the new home, we had our own apartments with separate entrances. I had the basement, Meri's apartment was above mine, and Janelle had the east side of the house, so the top and bottom floors.
Can I interrupt really quick? So it seems like if Chrstine had her way, I think she would have gone into, in this paragraph, the details about how Janelle wasn't fucking with us. Kody found this polygamous house. Janelle had just got a bunch of money from her dad's passing. So, and Chrstine had just said, oh, that's Janelle's story to tell. So it sounds like Janelle will write a book. So she does.
I hope so.
Will she get down and dirty and be like, yeah, my fucking dad died. Kody came to me with this fucking shisty plan and I fell for it. Like, I hope she at least, because we know all this information. So I hope that if she does write a book, she goes in on that. Because that's
Amanda, where's she going to have time to write a book? She's a life coach now, teaching master classes for free. Where do you think she's going to find the time to write? She can barely find time to have her bottle of Moscato and read a good German industrial rock romance novel.
Aw.
Okay, so Meri's was above mine. Janelle had the east side of the house. Janelle's kitchen was about 800 square feet, so we could have massive family gatherings there. I had 5 kids, Meri had 1, and Janelle had 6. That put us at 16 people. At that point, I felt necessary both in the community and in my family because I helped educate the kids. I had moved from teaching 2nd grade to teaching middle school. Gosh, I loved those kids, especially the rebel kids or the struggling kids. We'd be in these meetings where everyone would try to figure out the problems. Blah, blah, blah. The kids just need to be heard and they need to be loved. That's all. Okay, as a former teacher, that makes me want to fucking scream because number one, Chrstine, you weren't actually teaching 2nd grade or middle school. You are not a licensed teacher. You are not, you don't have your bachelor's or master's in education. You were a teacher's helper, which is fine. Like you got to be skilled, trained, whatever. That's fine. But you weren't their teacher. And it is necessary to have those discussions. And if you were just hearing kids or understanding them and loved, maybe they wouldn't, learn how to read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sound familiar? Yeah. Those were the golden years. I had a purpose. That soon would change. Meri and I were friends for a while. We even worked as counselors at a girls' camp together through our church for several years. Two of us had won all the skit contests and came up with great things for the girls to do, Amanda. After a while, she became a camp director because she was that much fun.
No, she wasn't. We all know exactly the type of camp counselor Meri is. She's the one you don't fuck with. She's the one everyone's scared of. Everyone stays out of her way.
She comes across like she's fun, but she ain't fun.
But she's not. She's terrifying, like Kate Goslin or a Ruby Frankie. It's like that type of fun.
Yeah. Oh, Jacob, thank you. Jacob likes his hair color on me. I'm not sure I do, so thank you, Jacob. And I know it looks very homely today, but I need to get more damage to my hair so it has more volume and hold. Yeah, no, absolutely. Meri was the camp counselor that comes across like she's cool, she's fun, and then she's fucking terrifying and controlling and mean.
Yeah, and she's a camp director not because she's fun. She became camp director so that she could be in charge of everything.
Yeah, and maybe they put her in that position so she wasn't like always one-on-one with the kids.
Right, she's more doing like admin.
Make her talk to the parents because they're scary too.
Yeah, she'll do it. She's
Meri
ready.
can handle them.
Look how well she did at speed dating. The parent teacher interviews. Meri walks in. Hi.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm Meri. Okay.
Yeah, Southern Utah, so like total opposite direction of you. So.
Divorce.
All right, pass. Go ahead.
Okay. Where am I? After a while, but none of us would have chosen to be best friends. And if we had, the little things that drove us nuts about each other wouldn't have mattered if we didn't spend so much time together. That is a good point. We talked as sister wives about the constant self-improvement we did to ensure our relationships with each other remained solid. But in the real world, if you have a personality conflict with someone, you probably don't share a house or a husband daily and to eternity and beyond. I've also learned over the years that you have to make time for and develop a friendship, just as you do a marriage. And while we talked often about improving ourselves, maybe we didn't talk often enough about the commitment, trust, and time a friendship takes. Janelle and I had a squadron of children between us, and all the sister wives worked. I felt overwhelmed by teaching, volunteering with Sunday school, helping the kids with homework, fitting me and 5 kids into our small apartment, and my marriage to Kody. I didn't have time for a walking club with my sister wives, or to go sip wine and paint ceramics, or to create a mini book club. Would it have mattered? Who knows? I sometimes miss the camaraderie we'd had in Wyoming, even when we were fussing. Realizing I don't have to time out the rolls for our one oven, and that I would have to cook my own things by myself before we all headed over to Janelle's big kitchen for Thanksgiving felt lonely. Soon enough, I told Janelle I would be cooking in her kitchen on Thanksgiving so that we could hang out and celebrate the day. Meri would show up later, and it would feel like old times. Even that was short-lived. Meri had said in an interview that she and I did fine as housemates for a while, but our relationship never went deep. I think that's true, and that's not a dig at either of us. It's hard to find people we click with enough to spend significant time with. And it makes sense that I wasn't automatically going to bond with somebody Kody picked. And that Meri and Janelle wouldn't necessarily bond with me either. As I'm reading this, I'm wondering how much any of these people genuinely believe in their own religion. Because if I thought the idea was I'm spending eternity with these people,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this. They hate each other. They're all putting up with each other. So thusly, if you truly believed you were going to spend literally eternity with these people, wouldn't you get out?
Well, no, because that's the whole point. Like, you have to get over your jealousies, and you have to get over, all these things that you're getting upset about, because you're not being like your true godly self if you don't do that.
But like,
That's
is Meri going to be a better, cooler person in heaven? I think when you're in heaven, you're still you.
Well, that's why you have to do the work here.
It's you. It's all you. It's internal work.
Yes.
It's not Meri's a bitch. It's my problem.
Right.
Kody's not a bad husband. I'm just jealous.
Well, no, or Meri could be a bitch, but that's God's challenge to me is, how do I love her?
God,
because she's a bitch.
So rough. That's so grim just to think that, like, if I hate Meri on earth, like, and this is it forever. That's wild. Meri's place on the floor above me was pristine and had a lot of breakables, and I felt like she reacted harshly when the kids roughhoused so much that I didn't want my kids around her. Here we go. We're getting into the good stuff.
Yeah.
At her place, they could count on doing something wrong, and even as she has an abundance of rules for us to follow about folding towels or whatever, she played her country music so loud that we could hear it throughout the house. It didn't matter if a baby was napping or if Janelle and I were trying to catch up on sleep or spending quiet time with the kid. Oh, what do you think of that? I think that's passive aggressive.
I bet she loves Zach Bryan.
That's so shitty. That is Meri being an asshole. I'm always on Meri's side about like the kids walking up and down the stairs, but like this, I would never play music like, especially if someone's like, "Oh, my kid's trying to sleep." Also, Meri, if you play your music loud and the babies start crying, that's going to affect you too.
Yeah.
Isn't it in your best interest to keep it quiet? She's doing it to be a bitch. I don't think she likes loud music.
Oh, for sure. I don't think we've ever heard anything about her playing loud music before.
She actually says that in her house, she just likes silence. So she's doing it just to be,
a rude bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. About 10 years after I married Kody, Meri and I fell out. Oh, and guess what? It was McKelty's fault. I didn't trust that she would be kind to me, particularly in front of other people. She said demeaning things about me when she was with her family, in front of me. My weight, my intelligence, my parenting styles. I believe this 1 million.
Yes.
Each one of those, I'm sure Meri has said.
Mm-hmm.
We could be laughing and telling stories, but then she'd throw a painful dart and I would feel myself deflate. And Chrstine, that's exactly why Meri threw that at you, because you were probably having too much fun and she wanted to deflate you.
Yes. I think we all have people in our lives that will do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're like, I know what you're doing, but in the moment, what do you do?
Nothing. Because then Meri's
because
like,
then you're the bitch if you call them out. Like, what? That wasn't like, what was that? They'd be like, it was just a joke. Why are you overreacting? Jeez.
And you're the crazy one.
Yes.
I debated whether to tell this part, particularly because I know we've all changed so much since those early years. But the dynamics of polygamous parenting can feel like a seesaw. And Meri, even with one child to care for, was the top wife in our polygamy pyramid. We followed her rules when she was around to keep the peace, but her rules felt punitive and unfair. I had to make a decision about what was best for me and my family within a family, and it changed our relationship forever. One day, the kids went to the store. McKelty, who was about 8, went up to the cash register, and she was maybe 10 cents short. It was little kid stuff. She was probably buying candy. The cashier, who knew us, spotted her the dime. No big deal. But Meri's Leon, who was also just a little kid, maybe 9, told Meri about it. Meri lost her mind. She was mad that McKelty had embarrassed her in front of the cashier and that she had embarrassed Leon. She yelled at McKelty. She couldn't understand what she had done wrong. I couldn't either. That was the day after a series of too many similar experiences, I ended my friendship with Meri. I've had enough. I'd had enough, and my mama bear came roaring. Don't talk to my kids, I yelled. I don't want you near them. I don't want you to come downstairs anymore. Our relationship is done. Now, can I interject myself again here with, so at this point, eternity though still. I'll catch you in the afterlife.
Well, isn't it like everyone, you're like, okay, we'll be in heaven together someday, right? Like,
I think if there was somebody I didn't want to be with in heaven, I would just walk away from them here in life.
I don't know. Like, I never get that when it's like, oh, but like, Mormons, they're together in the afterlife. Like, they're together forever.
But if
isn't that everyone? Like, let's say you get married.
Marry in the afterlife, I would make it for certain that I don't ever see this woman again.
I don't think you have to see anyone you don't want to see in the afterlife.
Okay.
And I think that's what they were thinking.
Think about your own planet. It's just you. It's just me and these bitches.
Well, the planet is fucking huge that you're going to live on. So, like, you don't have to be next to her the whole time. You get to make your Mormon heaven however you want to make your Mormon heaven planet.
I don't know if that's how it is.
Okay, well, can we talk about Leon running back to Meri? And
I don't love that. Don't love that.
I mean,
I'm sure Leon.
We like Leon now.
Yeah, of course.
We like Leon now.
Leon's matured.
Actually, after Leon met Audrey and Audrey started coming around, Leon chilled out a bit.
But once Leon went to school and got the fuck away from Meri.
Got away from Meri. What it was. Okay. The constant influence and Meri breathing down your neck will make you want to go to a dance, Dad.
I may have been the mediator between Meri and Janelle, and I know her relationship with Kody was hard, but it wasn't fair for her to take her mess out on my kids or on me. It wasn't safe for us. It was a bummer. I had always had fun with Meri, and I loved hanging out with her, but ultimately I never knew what to expect. We'd made so many good memories together, but I needed my kids to feel strong, supported, and safe, and not like the rules were always changing on them. It was the right thing for my children. Puff, puff, gas.
Meri and I continued to get along to take care of the kids and the family, and we still hung out on trips together as sister wives. We were always cordial, and we often had a good time and laughed together, but it was superficial. As far as a heart-to-heart conversation, we only had a few of those through the years because I didn't feel like I couldn't trust her anymore not to hurt me. I never knew when she would belittle me or simply be mean.
Yeah.
Janelle worked and then she went back to school, so I didn't spend much time with her. When I did, it was often because she had a new project she expected me to help with. But then I'd be angry at her because she hadn't checked with me to make sure I had the time, which added to how overwhelmed I felt. We didn't have a tight bond either. With Kody, things weren't exactly inspiring. I always had to initiate. In return for meh sex, Kody required a back massage, which would turn into a full body massage. He never offered to return the favor. Interesting.
It's so sad. The fact that and it's not like there's no way he could have been like, oh, I didn't know you wanted one. Because she's about to say I did ask for one. But like, you know in your head that this is wrong, right? You know that this is horrible what you're doing here.
I would think so. Okay. Oh, everyone. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Here we go. I did ask. I told him I would love to have my shoulders rubbed. That would be a big deal for me. It's not a turn on for me, he'd say. Or, I'm tired already. Or, I had a hard day at work. The foreplay was for Kody. I love this.
God.
I don't know if my sister wives gave Kody massages. We never talked about what happened or didn't in the bedroom. But I felt like I had to give him massages so he would have sex with me. I qualified it as the special thing I did.
Yeah.
I spent so many nights in that house crying and yes, jealous and worse, feeling like it was my fault. If I just tried harder, our relationship might improve. One night I told him I felt neglected. I move away from pain and toward pleasure, he told me. Am I pain? Does my pleasure matter at all? You're an idiot, I said, because I couldn't even imagine saying something so hurtful to another person. I'm not smart, he said, but I'm honest.
You know who else says stuff like that? Meri. That's just who I am. I just tell it like it is.
I just say what's on my mind.
That's just me. Sorry that I'm honest.
Speaking off the cuff is not honesty. You think about the truth. You figure out the truth. You don't spit out the truth. Everything hurt, but we had children together, and Wyoming had been so beautiful. My grandpa had joined us all for all eternity in our wedding ceremony. We were taught to continue to work on ourselves, to make ourselves better so we could earn our award in heaven. But it's hard work on yourself when you feel like you're worth nothing at all. Chapter 10, The LDS Church's Bastard Children. That's a great title. Both of my grandpas were precinct heads of our church and well known within our community, as well as the non-polygamous community. But people didn't know about me or my family situation. The Kody Brown family lived as openly as possible while trying not to get fired or arrested. Because I worked for the church, I was less worried about getting fired, so I could be outspoken about our situation. Eventually, someone from Principal Voices, a pro-polygamy group, said, "We need Chrstine," and I became part of a coalition of people from each of the groups that live plural marriage. We worked to educate the outside world about what polygamy is like. A representative from each of the polygamous churches, except for the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the FLDS, would talk to hospitals, universities, police organizations, first responders. They need to understand our culture so there aren't any misunderstandings in emergencies. In a way, I was following in my grandpa's footsteps by speaking up to keep our community safe. I talked about what it was like to be a polygamist before we ever went public as a family. I loved it. I used only my first name. I'd make jokes to break the ice. I talked about how hard it sounded to be monogamous. Like I couldn't imagine having a guy around all the time. I said I'd rather be independent, do what I want to do, live how I want to live, and decide what I want to do with my home. Having a monogamous relationship sounded like a ball and chain. People always responded the same way. Wait, what? I'd bring the crowd in by telling stories. Usually on a panel, they wanted to open it up to questions. So I learned how to handle the unexpected, the rude, and the ignorant. Before then, I couldn't stand questions. Questions signaled danger. Puff, puff, pass. Hey, smash that like. Give us a little thumbs up, please, while we're at it. Go ahead, Amanda.
She did used to say that. Like, they all used to say, I think Janelle actually meant it, but they all would be like, I don't want Kody around all the time. Oh, that would be awful to have a partner, to have a husband helping me with my kids. Awful.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a victim, sweetie. Don't call me a victim,
moment for Robin.
sweetie.
It was scary. Yeah, it was scary for any of us to go public because polygamy was a felony in Utah. If you went public, you could lose your job. There's fear on the other side too. Confrontations between the police and polygamous group in the 1970s and 80s had resulted in deaths for both polygamists and police. In 1988, a police officer was killed and a polygamous leader seriously wounded after a 13-day standoff. So we educated people. We had panel discussions, and I usually went first because they knew I could work the crowd. People, I loved it. I love public speaking. Isn't that funny? I went from a kid so terrified to speak at school that I developed a lisp to loving public speaking. It makes sense. It's safer to speak to a group of people and be able to control my message. Intimate one-on-one conversations still scared me because I was used to lying about who I was. We had a forum with some lawmakers, the attorney general, and the governor. We argued that America was built on religious freedom and that we deserved it too. The women deserve to be recognized as wives because they would feel safer. Women have essentially no rights in polygamous divorces, and polygamous wives will never report abuse if their marriage is a federal crime. The men deserve to be recognized as husbands who provided for large families rather than guys having illicit love affairs. Oh my God, these fucking cats driving me nuts. The ones, they keep coming in and out. The ones who did make the paper, the FLDS, we heard things. I've met people who have left that church, and it seems difficult and wrong. Warren Jeffs, I believe, is evil, but there's probably goodness in some of the people in that group. Besides, what happens if you say they're all horrible, but someone's trying to get out and they can't because they can't get past our judgment? What if that proves to them they should be afraid of the outside world? We must make it easy for them, to treat them kindly so they feel comfortable asking for help. That's a real bold statement for Chrstine to make. And then we watched that episode with her aunt and Colleen and how like Chrstine acted in that. She hid in the bathroom.
She hid in the bathroom.
Like,
yeah.
I think that she's saying all the right things here, but you didn't act like that at all. You acted like they were coming up.
Revisionist history.
Mhm.
Revisionist history, where she's like, I loved it. I loved public speaking. Yet we saw when you had to do that sales pitch. I mean, she showed up.
Oh, yeah.
She did well in the end, but she was nervous. You know?
She did pretty good at the come join our rally.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
All those people. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot all these, line up all these cats and shoot them all. Okay, during our discussion, I would talk about what it was like having two moms and what it was like having to lie to keep my family safe. I had to protect myself and protect my dad. Unfortunately, child abuse in the polygamous communities often goes unreported because no one will ever call the police. If you talk to the police, they can come and take away your dad, and you may never see your other moms or siblings again. And some kids and women are so secluded that they don't know what's abusive and what's normal. If you decriminalize polygamy, the actual crimes of abuse can come to light. What do you think of this, Jody? I actually guess I agree with that. I think they're more trying to make it illegal because of it's abusive to women and because there's a lot of tax fraud probably going on. So that's probably why it's illegal.
Well, and when the women do leave the men, they have nothing.
Yeah, it hasn't improved. In
Yeah.
fact, worse. They've made it more of a felony than it was when they first got into it. If you decriminalize the actual crime, as for the adults in polygamous relationship, the grown consenting adult, why on earth does anyone else care? In early 2000, well, because it's systemic, Chrstine. They're trying to end the systemic abuse. That's why.
Right.
That's why we care. In early 2009, we went to New York City to appear on a pilot for a talk show with Carlos Watson, an MSNBC news anchor that didn't end up airing. Oh, God. His producers had contacted us through Principal Voices after hearing about our family. They flew us out and put us up in a hotel, and they pampered us with tourist attractions and gift certificates. We went to a TGI Fridays in Times Square. Ever heard of it? One day. And I have friends that work there. Brad interviewed there, and he got kicked out of the interview because they said he was too high.
Whoa. So this is like a high-end TGI.
It was Times Square. I mean, it would have been a nightmare to work there. I can't even imagine. Okay, we
Times Square TGI Fridays. Oh.
And we had just the older kids, Logan, Aspen, Leon, Maddie, McKelty, and Hunter with us, along with the four adults. Tiny tables filled the restaurant. Oh, I'm sure that was fun for the TGI Fridays staff, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, 4 adults, and one is Kody, and one is Meri. And one
table
is
for 10, 11. No reservations.
100%. Oh, no way they made a reservation. Do kids eat free?
Oh.
And
so many bags, diaper bags, cameras, purses.
Oh, Robin's not there yet, though, so maybe not as many cameras. Meri likes the cameras.
Lemons.
Yikes. Oh, but we wondered how we were going to fit polygamy problems, but we sorted it out. I think the staff at TGI Fridays sorted it out. What did you do? Yeah. And no one seemed to notice that we had 1 dad and 3 moms. I promise you, the wait staff was talking about you the entire time. And McKelty's running around. When you're raised as a polygamist, you learn that restaurants don't accommodate big groups of people. We always felt like we stuck out, like everybody knew. In some cases, you do know, because some polygamists, like the FLDS, dress as if they arrived in Utah with Brigham Young in 1847. For us, it was this weird mix of wanting to be proud of our family and faith, but also not wanting to be stared at. If we went to the movies, one wife sat next to Kody, and the rest of us would sit somewhere else. No one cares at the movies. Nobody cares. At restaurants, we'd put Kody at a table with the kids. I realized in New York that we'd always been careful at restaurants and movies, and no one cared. In New York, no one noticed us walking in a group down the street. It had always been us being paranoid about the outside world. Yeah, I had put limitations on myself based on fear of a thing that didn't exist. When people see large groups, their last assumption is that the members must be polygamous. On the show, Carlos introduced the topic of polygamy, and then he asked the audience if they wanted to meet Kody. It was so surreal. Everyone was like, oh yeah. The wives all went out first, and then Kody came out, and it felt like we belonged there. It was the most bizarre thing and a little bit scary. Carlos invited the audience to interact with us. The people in the audience had great questions. We enjoyed explaining, and the whole thing felt so good. Safe. I'd been public with principal voices, but never with the family. I realized that none of the people in the audience cared that we lived plural marriage. They were curious, but they didn't seem to be judging, and they were never rude. You can finish this out.
Sure. Oh god, these comments about like they're
TGI
tipping,
Friday?
being at the table, so great. Top of page 78, if you're following along. After we appeared on Carlos's show, when we felt safe and heard, we scooped up the kids and made them do everything you ever saw in a movie about New York City.
Aw.
Wow, I bet that was fun.
For everyone
The
involved.
logistics of a family of 10 or 11 moving around the big city doing everything.
Using paper maps.
God. We took a couple extra days and hit the Museum of Natural History, the Met, the Museum of Modern Art, and the library with the giant lions. We did everything the kids had seen in Night at the Museum. We also went to Ground Zero, which felt raw only a few years after the attack. It felt good to pay tribute and take a moment to explain to the kids. I thought about the unity we had felt as a country, and it was a good reminder that my family members and I are also Americans, mostly average, who love this nation as hard as anybody else. Okay, Chrstine, like, this is like a bit much, like, and I'm proud to be an American.
And I'm not, I promise I'm not getting political, but since my algorithm is starting to turn to more of the Chrstine discourse, it's a lot of MAGA conversations about whether or not Chrstine is like a really big MAGA printer. And I was like, I guess that wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me. And this book, I feel like listening to the book made me like Chrstine a lot. And now reading it, I'm like, there's a lot of holes in your story, Gur.
Yeah, a little try hard too.
Little pick me.
The crowded bustle of New York scared us at first. We didn't know what we were doing, and we spent half the time lost. What? No. Amanda, you said that they have maps. The Browns could certainly not get lost in New York City.
Man.
We didn't know what we were doing. Okay, but we were well versed in chaos, and we ended up loving New York. I don't think New York felt the same. Back home, after several appearances and news interviews, some reporters asked me to work on a documentary with them. I said no for all the reasons polygamists always say no. It's not safe. Eventually, I told Kody. Why didn't you talk to me about it? He asked. I didn't figure you'd be interested, I said. The next time someone asked, I told Kody, who then met with a producer named Tim Gibbons. Tim saw our situation as a civil rights issue.
No, he didn't. He saw you as good television because you're so dysfunctional.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
Ka-ching. None of us but Meri and Kody were legally married, and we were essentially the LDS Church's bastard children. Local media represented us unfairly because of all the stereotypes. When you think about it, it's perfectly fine for a married guy to cheat on his wife with several women and have several babies. In Maryland, one of the 16 states where adultery is considered a crime at all, it's a $10 fine. Adultery is a felony in 3 states, but rarely prosecuted. People openly have open marriages where both partners sleep with whomever they like. I recently learned that if one person is in a committed relationship with a couple, it's a throuple. Who knew? And that is actually written.
Yeah.
Who knew? Here we were, raising our children together, paying our taxes, going to church, and causing no problems. But at the risk of having our family torn apart because we were immoral? After talking to Tim, we realized this would be a great opportunity for us to show that a polygamous family isn't all about control, patriarchy, teen marriages, and abuse. In other words, what people saw in the newspapers and on the evening news. But there was still one problem. We could lose our jobs. We'd seen it happen again and again. We told Tim the project would need to be more than just a documentary. Tim decided to pitch a series. He tried HBO because they had a series called Big Love a few years before, and they said no. Then he went to TLC, and they loved the idea.
Oh, here we are.
And scene. Next time, chapter 11, you have to meet her.
Robin!
What?
Robbie Browse.
That little coquette. Hmm. She's
All
just
right,
a
well,
shy, pretty gal. Just a shy, pretty model. You know.
That's that,
Oh.
guys. Thanks for joining us today. We love all of you. And
you.
remember
Hey.
that our watch along on next week is on Wednesday, the 15th, just for that day. Regular time, but we're just moving it for that 1 week.
Yes. And thank you for understanding. You can set a reminder. It'll send you a little, reminder pop up to come and watch. So set your reminder there on the YouTube page. Again, every Tuesday, noon live, except next week. Wednesday, noon Central.
Yeah.
Every Friday, 10 a.m. Central. Every day, we're dropping something in your podcast feed or on Patreon. So check that out. Give us a little thumbs up, subscribe, 5-star review, all that good stuff.
Can I say something really quick
God in
here?
the city, etc. Yes.
I saw that Chrstine might be MAGA. That's all I fucking said. You don't need to get mad because I said the word MAGA. That's it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I missed it.
I just said the word. You don't have to get mad because I said it. Or maybe I just don't say it at all because I'm sure we'll get a bunch of comments now. But good Lord, literally all I said was
make new friends and keep the old.
It's just so annoying. Anyway, you're the ones that are getting mad about it. I just said the word. Go.
Okay, we're all friends. We're all friends. Thank you. I'll send the best wishes to my little Googie Bear, my little Charlie.
Yes,
He'll be hopefully fine. I'll give you a little update on Wednesday. I'm sure he's going to be just fine. So thank you for understanding. And we love you. Amanda, you want to play us out?
You guys can come join me on my other live in an hour too. There you go.
Do it.
We love you guys. You're all adults. Bye-bye.